You ever notice how fast a blackout turns your home from a comfort zone into a survival test? One minute you're scrolling TikTok, the next the Wi-Fi's dead, the fridge is melting down, and the whole neighborhood's a silent graveyard. The truth is, America's power grid isn't built for what's coming. In 2024 alone, the U.S. saw over 470 major blackouts, a 37% increase from the previous decade, according to the Department of Energy. And experts warn it's only getting worse, from cyber attacks to heat waves frying transformers. So if you think the lights are staying on forever, you're already behind. That's why we're heading straight into the top 10 survival items at Walmart worth buying for a blackout. Real gear, not gimmicks. Stuff that'll keep you warm, fed, and powered when everyone else is panicking. Because the second the grid drops, it's not comfort that saves you. It's preparation. And Walmart's got the tools that'll turn your kitchen into a command center when the world outside goes pitch black. Let's get into it. 10. Portable power stations. Let's talk raw energy independence. When your fridge dies, your phone dies, and your entire life grinds to a halt. A portable power station from Walmart isn't just a gadget. It's a survival generator in a box. These lithium-ion beasts store anywhere from 300 to 2,000 watt-hours, enough to charge phones 30-plus times, run CPAP machines, or keep LED lights and mini fridges humming through the night. Unlike gas generators, they're silent, emission-free, and safe to use indoors. A crucial point since the CDC reports that over 400 Americans die every year from carbon monoxide poisoning linked to portable generators. Some Walmart models even recharge via solar panels or car adapters, letting you create a renewable microgrid from your driveway. The Jackery Explorer 300, for instance, can recharge to 80% in just 2 hours and power multiple devices simultaneously through AC, DC, and USB outputs. During recent blackouts in California, households with battery stations were able to maintain basic functions, refrigeration, lighting, and communications, while neighbors sat powerless. And here's a survival twist. You can daisy-chain smaller units or keep one in your car for evacuation scenarios. In a world where the average American blackout now lasts over 8 hours, portable power isn't optional. It's modern survival's first line of defense. 9. Emergency radios. No AA approved. If you think the internet will tell you what's going on during a grid collapse, think again. Once power and cell towers drop, your only link to the outside world is radio. That's why a NOAA-approved emergency radio from Walmart is worth its weight in gold. These compact devices tune into government weather and emergency channels that stay live even during national grid failures. Many of them are multi-powered, hand crank, solar, battery, or USB, ensuring you're never truly cut off. The National Weather Service reports that 90% of U.S. counties have experienced at least one federally declared disaster in the past decade. In each case, families with emergency radios received alerts and evacuation updates, while others waited helplessly for information. Some modern models even double as flashlights, phone chargers, and SOS beacons. And don't underestimate their psychological power. Hearing human voices and official updates can drastically reduce panic in extended blackouts. Data from FEMA shows households with no AA radios were 40% more likely to make informed evacuation decisions during hurricanes and wildfires. That's not coincidence. That's survival through awareness. If your phone dies, your radio becomes your only lifeline to civilization. Get one, test it, and keep spare batteries taped to its side. 8. Water storage containers and purification tablets. Here's the terrifying truth. Most households have less than 2 gallons of potable water per person on hand, and that's not even 1 day's worth. Walmart sells collapsible water containers and purification tablets that turn this weak spot into a strength. When the grid fails, municipal pumps often go offline, and contaminated water systems can take days to recover. The CDC estimates that over 20% of post-disaster hospitalizations come from dehydration or waterborne illnesses. That's why you need both storage and purification ready. Walmart's BPA-free 5-gallon jugs are perfect for collecting water before a storm or outage hits, and paired with iodine or chlorine-based tablets, you can purify up to 100 quarts per pack. Modern tablets kill 99.999% of bacteria and viruses, including E. coli, Giardia, and hepatitis A, all in under 30 minutes. During Hurricane Maria, Puerto Rican households that used chemical purification tablets reported 0 cases of gastrointestinal illness compared to 60% of neighbors who didn't. That's not marketing, that's survival data. And pro tip, keep your containers full at all times. Water weighs 8.34 pounds per gallon, which means a filled container also doubles as an anchor for tarps or shelters in high winds. Smart preppers know, in a blackout, light keeps you sane, but water keeps you alive. 7. Propane camp stoves. Here's something the average person doesn't realize until it's too late. Your electric stove is a paperweight during a blackout. That's why every serious prepper keeps a propane camp stove ready. Walmart sells models designed for camping, but they're perfect for indoor cooking, with proper ventilation during grid-down emergencies. A single 1-pound propane cylinder can provide over 2 hours of continuous flame, enough to boil water, cook rice, or heat canned meals. According to the Department of Energy, food spoilage during long blackouts accounts for an average household loss of $250 to $500 per event. A small camp stove pays for itself the first time you use it. These stoves are also efficient. They reach full cooking temperature in under a minute and consume less than 1/5 the fuel of a full-size grill. Pair one with a small cast-iron skillet, and you've got a portable kitchen that laughs at power outages. Survival experts often say, if you can boil water, you can live. With a camp stove, you can sterilize utensils, heat baby formula, or even melt snow for drinking water. And let's not forget morale. Eating a hot meal in a cold, powerless house is a psychological victory you can't overstate. Stock up on extra fuel canisters. They'll vanish from shelves faster than bread in a storm warning. 6. Wool blankets and thermal bedding. One of the most overlooked dangers in a blackout isn't starvation, it's exposure. When the power cuts off during winter, temperatures indoors can drop below 50 degrees off in less than 12 hours. Walmart's wool blankets and thermal bedding are more than comfort items, they're literal life support. Wool retains up to 80% of its insulating power even when wet, which makes it vastly superior to cotton. That's why militaries and rescue agencies worldwide still issue wool blankets. A good one traps warm air close to the skin, wicks away moisture, and resists ignition if you're heating with open flames. Studies from the National Institute of Health show that body temperature drops of just 2 degrees can impair decision-making and coordination, deadly during emergencies. Walmart's thermal fleece sets are also space-efficient and can be vacuum-sealed for storage. Layering multiple blankets creates an air barrier that can increase warmth retention by 40%. Don't underestimate sleep quality either. Resting warmly in the dark reduces cortisol, stress hormone levels, helping you think clearer and make rational choices. In every major winter blackout, from the 1998 ice storm to the 2021 Texas freeze, thousands ended up in hospitals for hypothermia, not because they lacked food, but because they underestimated the cold. So while everyone else is huddled under thin sheets, you'll be wrapped in a thermal fortress. Warmth is survival. Never treat it like a luxury. 5. Emergency candles and candle holders. People underestimate just how psychologically destructive complete darkness can be. When the power dies and the city turns into a black void, your brain starts to panic, literally. Studies published by the Journal of Environmental Psychology show that sensory deprivation triggers anxiety and confusion in under 30 minutes. That's where Walmart's emergency candles become silent heroes. These aren't your grandma's decorative tea lights. I'm talking about long-burning, smokeless emergency candles designed to run 8 to 100 hours, depending on the model. A single 3-pack can keep your house glowing for days on end. And don't just grab the candles, buy sturdy glass or metal candle holders too. During blackouts, the #1 cause of secondary fires is unstable candles tipping over. The U.S. Fire Administration reports that over 15,000 house fires each year start from candle misuse during power outages. You can stop that statistic dead in its tracks for under $5. Here's another pro tip most people overlook. White candles burn cleaner and hotter than colored ones due to fewer dye additives, meaning less soot and longer lifespan. You can also use candles strategically. Place them near mirrors or foil to amplify light throughout a room without wasting wax. And if you've got kids or pets, Walmart sells LED flameless versions that mimic real flames but run off batteries or solar cells, giving you safety without risk. During the 2003 Northeast blackout, people in New York traded candles like currency when stores ran dry within hours. Don't wait for that panic. Candles aren't just about light. They're about reclaiming calm and control when the world outside feels like it's collapsing. 4. Heavy-duty plastic bins and storage totes. Here's what separates real preppers from casual I'll-grab-a-flashlight types. Organization. When the lights are out, chaos isn't just outside your home, it's in your living room. That's why Walmart's heavy-duty storage bins and totes are Blackout Gold. They're waterproof, stackable, and strong enough to hold over 100 pounds each. During emergencies, bins protect your gear from floodwater, pests, and physical damage. According to FEMA, roughly 37% of homes suffer secondary water leaks or contamination issues during prolonged outages, meaning your supplies could literally rot or mold if they're left unsealed. Plastic bins solve that. Color code them. One for food, one for hygiene, one for lighting and fuel. Label them with glow-in-the-dark stickers so you can identify each in pitch darkness. Walmart sells Sterilite and Hyper-Tough bins made of high-density polyethylene, HDPE, which resists cracking even at freezing temperatures. That's the same material used in military supply crates. And here's a survival trick. You can use an empty bin as an improvised washing machine by filling it with water, soap, and a plunger, keeping hygiene alive when there's no running water. Stack a few, and they double as seating or makeshift tables in your Blackout command center. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security actually recommends airtight containers in its official prep checklist, and Walmart sells them cheaper than anywhere else. A well-organized kit doesn't just save time, it saves lives. Because when your flashlight dies and panic sets in, knowing exactly where your gear is will make you feel like you're running a ship, not surviving a wreck. 3. Fireproof and waterproof document safe. Now let's get into the item almost no one talks about until their house floods or burns. A fireproof, waterproof document safe. Walmart sells compact safes rated to withstand $1,790 for up to an hour and submerged water for 24 hours. Think about that. During a blackout caused by storms or grid failure, fires and floods skyrocket, and if you lose your IDs, birth certificates, insurance papers, or survival cash, you're basically starting from zero. FEMA reports that over 40% of disaster victims struggle to access relief funds because they can't verify their identity after losing documentation. That's not a small issue. That's life-ruining. A $40 safe from Walmart can protect everything you need to rebuild your life after the chaos. Many models come with combination or key locks, and the interiors are lined with insulation that expands under heat, sealing out smoke and steam. If you're serious about survival, keep digital backups on encrypted flash drives stored inside as well. Those can survive heat up to 150-degree temperatures and moisture if properly sealed. And here's a trick from professional preppers. Stash a few $100s in small bills inside that safe because when the grid goes down, ATMs don't exist. Cash becomes king. Most people worry about food and flashlights, but financial survival matters just as much. When Hurricane Katrina hit, thousands were denied hotel rooms and transportation simply because they couldn't prove who they were or access their funds. Don't let that be you. For a few bucks, a fireproof safe turns your documents into untouchable assets. It's not paranoia. It's preparation for the world as it really is when the lights go out. 2. Portable propane heater. Indoor safe. Here's the thing most people don't realize until it's too late. The cold is a killer. When the grid goes down in winter, hypothermia isn't just a wilderness threat. It's a living room killer. Walmart's portable indoor safe propane heaters are the difference between comfort and crisis. These small but powerful units, like the Mr. Heater Buddy series, run clean on 1-pound propane cylinders and can heat spaces up to 200 square feet in minutes. That means your living room can stay at 65°F, even when it's below freezing outside. According to the CDC, body temperature drops of just 2°F can impair judgment and motor control. Exactly what you don't want when you're already in a blackout. Unlike kerosene heaters, modern indoor propane models come with oxygen depletion sensors and automatic shutoffs if tipped over, making them safe for enclosed spaces when used as directed. During the 2021 Texas power crisis, thousands of families used these units to survive record-breaking freezes while others relied on dangerous makeshift solutions, like burning charcoal indoors, which led to over 400 cases of carbon monoxide poisoning in 1 week. A $70 heater and a few fuel canisters could literally save your life. Walmart sells refill adapters that let you recharge small tanks from a standard 20-pound propane tank, giving you weeks of heating capacity for pennies on the dollar. Bonus tip: line your windows with thermal curtains or foil blankets to trap the heat. That single adjustment can cut heat loss by 30%. In a world where grid reliability is falling year after year, having your own safe, portable heat source is no longer optional. It's essential survival gear. 1. Hand crank power bank and solar charger combo. This is the crown jewel, the item that transforms you from powerless to self-sufficient. A hand crank and solar combo power bank from Walmart isn't just a gadget, it's the backbone of modern survival. Think about it. Everything, your flashlight, your radio, your phone, even your medical devices, depends on electricity. And when that's gone, you're blind, deaf, and disconnected. A dual-powered charger solves that with pure human and solar energy. 5 minutes of cranking can power a smartphone for a critical call or text. Leave it in sunlight during the day, and it'll store enough energy to run a radio or lamp all night. The best models, like the ones Walmart carries from Foss Power and Eaton, hold 10,000 to 20,000 milliamp hours, enough to recharge multiple devices several times over. They come with built-in LED lights, SOS strobes, and multiple output ports, turning one palm-sized tool into an entire survival hub. Here's a stat most people ignore. During prolonged blackouts, 70% of emergency calls fail due to dead phones. FEMA explicitly lists portable chargers as Tier 1 essentials, right alongside food and water. But most Americans don't own a single one that doesn't rely on the grid. These devices bypass that vulnerability completely. And the solar panels aren't gimmicks anymore. Today's monocrystalline tech can generate real charge even on cloudy days, converting about 22% of available sunlight into usable power, nearly double what older models achieved. That's cutting-edge independence for under $50. Keep one in every car and you'll never be truly cut off again. When the world goes dark, power isn't just convenience, it's command. A solar crank power bank gives you the one thing everyone else will be desperate for: control over your own energy. And there it is. 10 blackout lifesavers you can grab right now without breaking the bank. The truth is, the grid isn't getting stronger, it's getting weaker. Aging power lines, record-breaking heat waves, cyber threats. The Department of Energy straight up admits America's electrical infrastructure is running on borrowed time. Every year we see more outages, longer downtimes, and bigger areas left in the dark. But here's the difference between panic and power: preparation. You don't need a bunker or a 6-figure budget. You just need foresight. For the price of a single grocery trip, you can build a blackout kit that keeps your family warm, fed, and connected when everyone else is stumbling through the dark. Because once the lights go out, Walmart's shelves will empty in hours, not days. We've seen it happen during every storm, every freeze, every disaster. So don't wait for next time. This is your warning. The people who prepare early are the ones who sleep peacefully when the power grid collapses. Stock up now while everything's still cheap, and you'll never have to beg the dark for mercy. Stay sharp, stay stocked, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.